Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Extension. So today we will see how to fetch data from our MySql database table and integrate with the select tag and show the data inside that select tag options dynamically. Okay, suppose we have a database and table and certain values inside that, so we can easily dynamically shows inside our select tag. Okay, these can be used in various forms for your project. So basically let's check out our database. I have already a database and the table values associated with this is my lodging database, and inside that the master is our table, and inside the master table you can see that there are two columns, type and values. Inside the values column there are different values associated with the type. We can say it as keys. So type contains the ID card, so each and every values associated with the ID cards, so we can easily access these values by using this key. Okay, so simply for that I have created a project already. As you can see, test project over here, and inside this project we have two files, that is config.php and index.html. So let's check it. Index.html, here is a simple HTML file with the select tag. Here you can see the basic code for the select tag. Let's run this file so you can get the basic design idea. So as you can see, this is our select tag with no data associated with right now, so we will integrate that. And this is our config file. Inside that we defined the different connection properties over here. As you can see, there are different connection properties like server name, your username associated with the table, database name over here mentioned, the password for that database. Okay, so basically the credentials for that, like this is our database, so we have username and password associated with that database, so we have mentioned over here. And after that you have to establish a connection. Okay, so this con object we can use in our APIs. Okay, so don't worry about these files, I will mention in the description so you can get it easily. Okay, so basically we need API for this, so let's create a file, that is get card type.php. This will be our API which fetch the data from our database table and inside the JSON format. Okay, so let's start. So this is our PHP file. Inside that we have to first establish a connection. That's why we simply include this file, connection file. For that you have to use this statement include once, and inside that you have to mention the config file path, whatever will be your path you have to mention over here, so we can use that connection object over that. After that simply we will create a variable, that query object over here. Inside that we write a query to access these values. Okay, so our query will be select values from master. Master is our table name, so here you have to mention that select value from table name, that is a master, and the condition where what will be our condition, like type, we are operating on the type, so type is equal to ID card. So whatever type, whatever values inside the table associated with that type ID card will be fetch. After that we use this connection object. Okay, we will prepare our statement with that is a query, and the next line we simply execute these. Okay, after a successful execution we will get a response, and we create a data object over here, and that the response we will store inside this object. Okay, we will show this by using the echo inside the JSON encode. We will encode this response in the JSON, so we will get a proper JSON format output, and after that we close our connection like this. So now we're done with our API. So let's check this API is running or not. So simply we call this API like this. You have to enter the URL over here, and let's check out our response. So as you can see, our JSON response is now ready. We got all the values associated with the ID card. Okay, so the next part is we need to create JSON. The next part is we need to create a script. Okay, so to identify the element, that the select tag element, we need to define the ID. So we have to mention ID over here, so we can easily integrate with our data inside the JavaScript. So I'm writing this like card type. Okay, adding name also over here. Okay, fine. After that, before the body tag get closed, you have to create a script. Okay, like this, close, and here you have to call your API first. Okay, so here you have to mention your API path, that is get card type dot php. Correct. This API will return the response as we mentioned there, a data object which is JSON encoded. Okay, so here we will get the response from the APIs, and after that this response will convert it into those values. After that we have created a constant select tag over here, so we can easily integrate that our select tag with this constant by ID. So here we have recently mentioned this ID, we have to mention over here. Okay, after that we use a for loop, so we will get the response. So depending upon the count of the data elements, this loop will get run, and each time we will create option element. You know that the option element used inside the select tag to show the different static values inside the select tag. So here we going to create a dynamic option elements. Okay, depending upon the response, the count of values we got from our API, So here we are dynamically creating the option elements. Inside that we have to specify the two values. The one is a value which is inside the option element, and the text element will be shown in our design. Okay, so value will be the column name item dot value, again option dot text, it will be visible for us, so that also I'm using the values. Okay, item dot values. And simply we have to append these in our select tag. Okay, so here we done. After that we have to handle the exception also, if any. So first we close this. After that we will catch this exception, so dot catch error. So here we done with the script, so let's save it. We will get the response from the API. So we done with the script part and integrate with the select tag. Now save it. So let's run this file and check. As you can see, our select tag is associated with the data. So we have successfully integrated our select tag with the table. Okay, so let's do some change over here. I am changing our API conditions, so let's check what will be the response. I am changing these values, and here you can see that we have successfully changed our data. So depending upon the key, you can fetch your data and change your values over here. So I hope you like these videos and this will be really helpful for you. So please like this video and subscribe this